All right, you lot, welcome to Lounge Room Chemistry. Today we're going to talk about empirical formula. There's a certain way that my teacher when I was in high school taught me to set this out that I want you to set this out because one, it makes doing the whole process really, really easy, and it also makes it easier for an examiner to look at and know exactly what you've done. So let's have a look at a particular question that I have. If I have a compound, right, that has 2.4% hydrogen, it has 39.0% sulfur, and it has 58.6% oxygen. The first thing I'm going to do with this type of question is I'm going to take these three numbers and I'm going to add them up and I'm going to make sure that they add up to 100, right? Because I want to make sure that they add up to 100. If not, something is missing. So if I do this, yep, that's 100. Right, so what I'm going to do in this particular situation is I am going to assume I have 100 grams. Right, assume 100 grams for 100%. And I checked that already. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make myself a table, right? I'm going to have the elements in question up the top and down the side, just to make things interesting, I'm going to have the mass. Now, we remember that the mass divided by the molecular mass equals the number of moles, right? So in the first column, we're going to have our mass. In the second column, we're going to have our molecular mass, and then we're going to have our number of moles. If we have this here, it's a reminder of what we need to do. So if I'm assuming 100 grams, I'm going to have 2.4 grams of hydrogen. I'm going to have 39.0 grams of sulfur, and I'm going to have 58.6 grams of oxygen. The molecular mass of each of these things is 1 gram per mole. For hydrogen, it is 32.1 grams per mole for the sulfur, and it's going to be 16 grams per mole for the oxygen. Now, I'm going to get out my calculator, and I'm going to check those numbers. So 2.4 divide by 1 is equal to 2.4 moles. Here, 39.0 divided by 32.1 is 1.2 moles. And then I have 58.6 divided by 16, and that's going to give me 3.7 mole. Now, each of these numbers here, they're not really round numbers, right? I need to try and make them round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the lowest common denominator. Find the lowest common denominator. In this case, 2.4, 1.2, and 3.7. The smallest number here is this one, the 1.2. So I'm going to divide this by 1.2. I'm going to divide this by 1.2. And I'm going to divide this by 1.2. And then when I get that out here, I have my ratio in whole numbers at the bottom. My ratio is going to be 2 because 2.4 divided by 1.2 is 2. 1.2 divided by 1.2 is 1. And over here, 3.1. So this is 2 as to 1 as to 3. So I know that my empirical formula is H2S1O3. Yeah? Cool. Awesome. Have a go on your own.